Okay, we're going to do Remember My Name by Sam Fender. This is about the millionth time I've tried to do this video because I do them in one take. I did do the video and it got rejected for copyright infringement, which was ironic because the a cappella version I used of the song is on YouTube, which shouldn't even be there in the first place. So there you are. So the disclaimer at the start of every video is I don't read music. I've never had a piano lesson in my life. So I just listen to a song and figure it out. The good is I get to play a lot of songs. But then the bad is I can't really describe to you theoretically what's going on here. So I can't tell you notes, chord names, the key of the song, anything like that. So there we are. So we're going to start out by sectioning off the song. So we've got some key points in the song. So if I was wanting of any more, we're going to start there. And I'm just going to play through. Now we're at But I Remain Forlorn. Now, the bit where we get to Chasing a Crossing from the Wing is the same as what I've just played. The next, so they're the first two sections of the song in one go. Then we've got the Humour Me bit. So Humour Me goes like this. So that's how the Humour Me bit goes on the first run, because later it doesn't go back to this first chord. Then we've got the 11 Walk Avenue, which is varied slightly. Okay, so that's the 11 Walk Avenue, and then at the end this is section 3 done, and then the end is section 4. Okay, section 4, slightly different. So I'm gonna break the chords down from 1 to 6 because that's the easiest way to describe without being able to play the music. So chord number 1 is this. Now with the right hand, all I'm doing for ease is just keeping the right hand simple by playing these two notes, and then sometimes I'll drop down to these two notes, and then I'll come back up. Now if you've watched the impromptu version of Sam playing, there's a lot going on with the chords, and you could embellish the chords so much more than I do. But he also plays this weird kind of ghost, I think they're called ghost notes or something. It's like a chaotic chord because it's, I think this, and this together, which sounds like chaos to me, but it works somehow. So you could embellish it more, and I would if I was playing it, but all I'm trying to do is just show you the basic chords, and then you can figure the other bits out that suit your playing style. So the first chord we've got is this, chord number 1. which is this black note, this black note, this black note. Okay. Chord number 2. Ooh. We go up to here. So this black note, this one, this black one, white one in the middle. Should call them keys, really. Then we move down to this chord, just this white key, this black key, this black key. Chord number 3. Chord number 4 is this, so white, black, white one. Chord number 5, these 2 black keys. This middle one of the 3, this one up here. And the last chord is this white one, this black one, this white one. So, how does that work for the first part of the song? So, if I was wanting of any more, we change on the more. So, you have to imagine the singing more. And then I'd be as greedy as those men on their own. So then that's the first section. And then we go, oh, but I remain forlorn. So on this bit, we then forget the first chord. We go straight to chord 2. And then we go in the memory of what once was. Drop this right hand down. And then we're back to chasing the crossing from the wing. So we play chord 1. Our boy's a whippet, he's faster than anything. And then again, round 2, we skip the first chord, start chord 2. So we go, remember the pride that we felt. For the 2 of us, made him ourselves. Okay. Then we're gonna get to Humour Me. Humour Me, we start chord 2 again. We just change the timing. Chord 3, chord 4. Now we're gonna go back chord 3 again. Chord 2, chord 3. And then on this occasion, we go back to chord 1. And the horns and things play to introduce the next section, which is I'm not sure of what awaits. So you end up having to hold that chord for twice as long because it's the last chord and it's also the first chord of the next verse, which is I'm not sure of what awaits. Wasn't a fan of St. Peter and his gates. So we play through that again as if it was the first verse. Now, once we've played through that one, we get to 11 Walk Avenue. So this is only a little bit different. We play the first chord again. And we play one in the middle, which is actually chord 3. Back to chord 2. Down to chord 3 again. Chord 4. Back to chord 3, and then it says, but it was never the same without you, but it was never. Back to chord 4, 3, and 2. So that's a bit to take in. So we've got 11 Walk Avenue, something to behold, to them it's a council house, to me it's a home that you made, where the grandkids could play. And then we're back down to 4, 3, 2. And then we go back to Humour Me. So Humour Me, make my day. Back again to 3 and 2. So then we get to the end. Once we play through those again, we play chord 2. We go back to chord 6, and and then we're back to chord 1. And that's the song in its entirety. Now, as I said, there's a lot more you could do with this in terms of embellishing it, I suppose. Now, on the version he plays, he plays a higher note up here. You can play around as long as you like. The song I would say this sounds very similar to, and this is a Bruce Springsteen comparison, is there's a song Bruce Springsteen sang called One Step Up. And the progression is very, very similar. Completely different song. If you know the song, you'll know what I mean. I think it's similar. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the ad-libbing of playing a completely different song at the end. I'm sure that's not the norm. But there you are. If you've got any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And drop any information in the comments that might help other theoretical players play chord names and all them types of things. Bye.